In the quiet corners of my mind, I hear the whispers, the judgments that cut through the fabric of who I am. Each word spoken about me, whether true or false, shatters the image I've carefully built for years. You're ruining my reputation, and with it, the trust that once made me feel whole. It feels like the world is watching and waiting for me to fall apart. The reputation I've spent a lifetime building now teeters on the edge of ruin, with every unspoken word and misunderstood glance pushing me closer to the abyss. You have no idea the weight of the lies you've woven around me, the heavy burden of reputation that now weighs on my every move. It's not just the world that's watching, it's the silence of betrayal that makes every step forward feel like a misstep. Every thought I have now is tainted by the fear that you are still out there, pulling the strings of my reputation. I never asked for this. I never asked to be the subject of your judgment. Yet here I stand, broken and exposed, hoping the truth can be heard over the noise. When you destroy someone's reputation, you take away more than just their standing. You take their dignity, their confidence, their very sense of self. I don't know how to rebuild from this, but the cracks are deeper than I ever imagined. I'm suffocating under the weight of your words, feeling as though my very identity is being torn apart. What happened to the trust we once shared? What happened to the understanding? Now, all I feel is the cold shadow of your destruction hanging over me. The hardest part about this is not just the rumors. It's the uncertainty, the not knowing who you can trust anymore, the feeling that you're being watched, judged, and torn apart bit by bit. You don't realize what you're doing when you tear down someone's reputation. It's not just their name you're destroying, it's their sense of belonging, their peace of mind, their ability to walk through life without feeling like every glance is a judgment. I never thought my reputation could be shattered so easily. One moment, everything was fine. The next, I find myself standing in the ruins of a life I never wanted to be defined by. How do you fix what's already been broken? There's a pain in seeing your reputation slowly crumble, piece by piece, under the weight of others' lies. Every piece of your past, every moment of your life that once meant something now feels like a distant memory being erased. You've taken something precious from me, not just my reputation, but the very essence of who I am. Now I'm left picking up the pieces, trying to remember who I was before the world decided to turn against me. Each day feels like a new battle, fighting against the tide of rumors that threaten to drown me. I can't keep up with the lies that are being told, and I don't know how to silence the voices that are erasing who I am. It's painful to realize that what others think of me now matter more than what I know to be true. I don't even recognize myself in the mirror anymore. The reflection staring back at me is not the person I've always known. What's worse than losing your reputation is realizing that the people you thought you could trust are the very ones who helped destroy it. You've made me question everything I once believed about loyalty and honor. I try to stay strong, but it's hard when your reputation is slipping away. How do you keep your head up when the world around you is so quick to judge, so eager to tear you apart? The hardest part is not the accusations, it's the silence that follows, the cold, deafening silence that speaks louder than any words could. It's the absence of support, the feeling that you are standing alone in the chaos. When someone attacks your reputation, they attack your entire being. It's not just about what others say, it's about how it makes you feel about yourself. Suddenly, you're questioning your own worth, your own existence. There's nothing more painful than seeing your life reduced to a few careless words. You wonder how anyone could believe such things about you. But the truth doesn't matter anymore. It's the perception that has the power to destroy. It feels like a betrayal from all sides, as though everyone I once trusted is now questioning my integrity. I'm lost in a sea of judgment, drowning under the weight of a reputation that no longer reflects who I am. The truth becomes irrelevant when people start spinning their own version of your story. You try to fight back, to defend yourself, but the damage has already been done. And with every attempt to explain, it feels like you're digging yourself into a deeper hole. I never thought I'd be the one whose reputation was called into question. Now, every day feels like a fight to prove who I am, to remind myself and others that the truth hasn't been lost. The hardest part is not just dealing with the rumors. It's the way they start to seep into your own thoughts, making you doubt your worth, your actions, your very existence. You begin to wonder if the lies are easiest to believe than the truth. I never wanted this, never asked for this. All I wanted was to live my life. But now it feels like my every move is scrutinized, judged, and misunderstood. The reputation I once had is now just a shadow of what it used to be. When you're being torn down, it's not just your reputation that suffers. It's your self-worth, your confidence, your peace of mind. How do you heal from something that was never meant to happen in the first place? It's a strange thing to be on the other side of judgment, to feel like you're constantly fighting against an image that's not even your own. You're left questioning every relationship, every word spoken, and every action taken. I've become a stranger to myself, lost in the whirlwind of accusations and judgments. My reputation is a shattered mirror, and I don't know how to put the pieces back together again. It's amazing how quickly everything can change. One moment I was confident in who I was, and the next I find myself standing in the ruins of a reputation I thought would never be in danger. The worst part about losing your reputation is realizing how easily it can happen, how quickly everything you've worked for can be reduced to nothing by the words and actions of others. I wish I could go back and undo the damage, erase the moments where my reputation was tainted. But life doesn't give us that luxury. All we can do is try to move forward, even when the past continues to haunt us. Every step I take feels like a mistake, like I'm walking through a world that no longer sees me for who I am. Instead, they see me for what you've painted me to be, a person who no longer fits the mold they once understood. The pain of losing your reputation is the pain of losing your identity. It's a slow unraveling of everything you've built, and with each thread that unravels, you find yourself questioning who you really are. I don't know how to fight against a reputation that isn't even mine anymore. The world has decided who I am, and no matter how hard I try, I can't seem to change their minds. It's like standing in a storm that never ends. It's hard to accept that the reputation I worked so hard to build is now the very thing being torn down. Every accusation, every judgment makes it harder to look in the mirror and recognize the person staring back. You've taken something from me that I can never get back. My reputation, my peace of mind. Now I'm left picking up the pieces and trying to rebuild a life that feels like it was stolen from me. Sometimes the hardest thing is not the lies people tell about you, but the way those lies start to feel like your own truth. How do you escape the feeling that the person everyone else sees is the person you've become? I never imagined that my reputation would be so fragile, so easily destroyed by the whispers of those who don't even know me. But here I am, standing in the rubble, trying to find a way to rebuild. Each day feels like a battle I didn't sign up for, a battle to prove that I'm more than the rumors, more than the lies that have been spread about me. But with every attempt, I feel the ground beneath me slipping away. When your reputation is on the line, every action becomes a risk. You start to question every word you say, every step you take. How do you live when everything you do feels like it's being scrutinized? I wish I could turn back time to when my reputation was intact and my life wasn't overshadowed by the lies and judgments of others. But time doesn't give us that option. All we can do is move forward and hope the truth eventually finds its way to the surface. The worst part about having your reputation destroyed is the way it affects every other part of your life. You start to second guess everything, wondering if others see you the way the rumors paint you. It's a bitter truth that reputation is everything in this world. And once it's been tainted, it's like trying to rebuild a house on shifting sand. No matter how hard you try, it always feels unstable. I never wanted to be judged, never wanted my reputation to be the subject of gossip. But now, as I stand in the aftermath, I realize that no matter how hard I try, the damage has already been done. When someone ruins your reputation, it's not just about what others think. It's about how you start to see yourself, how you begin to question your worth, your purpose, and your place in the world. The hardest part isn't facing the consequences of your actions, but the consequences of others' perceptions. When your reputation is under attack, every decision feels like it could either make or break you.